Frogman and the masters of the swampy place. Rawr. I told you what I'm doing, Fiona. I'm giving people a little bit of a nostalgia for a property that Photo Dave never talks about. Rawr, 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 rawr. I know you want to go for a walk, but I gotta finish this first. Oh, that is just dirty pool using the kids against me. All right, let's go. G.I. Joe! Classified. Well, hello there, everybody. I'm Photo Dave, and this is Toypixx. And whether this is your first or 100th time on the channel, Toypixx is all about helping you and helping me get a whole lot better at our action figure photography, which is why I talk quite a bit about G.I. Joe Classified. They just look really good under the lights. So, if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and click subscribe while I describe what's going on in this video. Pretty simple, really. It's time to review Croc Master and Fiona. Now, the way I review things is a little different than most. I'm just going to talk about them from a photographic perspective. I'll talk about what looks good under the lights, why I think they're going to be good for you. I'll talk about some when it comes to the articulation. Mostly everybody knows what to expect from G.I. Joe Classified articulation-wise, but if I think something is extra good or maybe extra hindered, I'll be sure to point that out. So, without further ado, let's get to this. First things first, let's talk about the big man himself. Yes, friends, we're gonna talk Croc Master. Now, when I talk about whether or not I think something looks good when it comes to photography, sometimes that goes to kind of the texture of the figure. And obviously, the texture on Croc Master is insane. Let's just check out, let's do the top to bottom view here. And okay. Look at just the mask over this guy. The way that the light... I talk a lot about how I love how white hits black plastic, especially when it's kind of shiny, because it shows so much cool stuff. That's what's going on here with this hat. This little hood hat. Oh, geez. Look at that. Look at all the texture just there. Just on his brow. That's insane. The work that went into that. A little bit of stitching, it looks like, at the top of his hood. Whew! And then you got the breather here, which also looks really good. It's not as shiny as maybe I'd like, but it's pretty cool. It's still kind of shiny. It's hitting, the lights are hitting it okay. And then we've got this piece back here, just to show kind of the tank. I imagine this guy spends a fair amount of time underwater trying to stop these crocs from rolling him. And then, of course, you've got his little croc vest, kind of showing the crocs in the swamp there. Hey, I'm not going to take any of your crap, because if you try, I'm just going to turn you into clothing. Not cool. Not cool, Croc Master. But, you know, unless you're a Croc Master. Even the hands. Just a lot of texture to this guy. Love the croc eye looking deal on his belt. This thing is pretty much a callback to the original 1987 figure. But he's looking good. I don't see anything where I would say he's missing any paint just yet. But again, I haven't done this yet. We're kind of going, maybe a little bit on buckles there on the strap, but I'm not too bothered by that. Still a lot of good detail on the pants. We get down to a little bit more on the boots. Yeah, aesthetically, Croc Master is looking good. I'm a fan. As far as articulation, nothing is out of the ordinary, really. I mean, his ankles are actually probably better than a lot of figures, but his head, a little bit at the neck, it doesn't go back as far as you'd like. Like looking up, that's about what you've got there. I know that's not a great view. Let's see if we can adjust this ever so slightly, with him still standing. Okay, Croc Master, don't fall on me now. But that's about as good right there as you can get when it comes to looking up. Now, that is probably because of how big they made his back here. Pretty good size. It's his neck more so than his head. It would be nice if his head could move a little further back, but as far as articulation goes, when it comes to things that are a little different from other figures, that's probably about it. Now let's talk accessories. Right here's a good size one. We've got the big chain, the big leash that goes around Fiona's neck. You know, whenever she wants to go for a walk. This is what the man uses. I'm sure he doesn't use it to try and strangle her or anything if she's giving him trouble. Let's see here. A lot of spike detail, very nice. I like the leather detail going on the leash itself. Brown paint, looks good. I like it. It's mostly gray, but that brown paint definitely adds some nice touch for the old photos. And you've got a whip here. Oh, geez, I've got it a little... We're seeing the background. That's no fun. Nothing too crazy here. Black plastic. The only thing I don't really like is it's not wired, so it's always going to have this shape. But what I do dig is kind of the croc motif going on even on the handle. I kind of want to discover something like I did with Spirits with Eagle, or with Freedom, but I'm not sure we're going to find much there. That looks good. And you've got the old pistol. Nothing too crazy there, no paint or anything, but looks good. Kind of a... looks almost like a 6-gun, but it looks good size, who knows. Pretty stuff. You got the old croc motif going on the knife handle. It's a gray knife with green paint. Gray plastic. But the sculpt is good. Whew! I'm loving this line, folks. I don't know if you can tell. And you've got this nice little dental appliance for Fiona. Couldn't possibly be a meat hook when she's giving him trouble at all. Nah, this is for when she needs to be, you know, when her teeth are getting kind of gnarly and he needs to floss them, for sure. Just regular old gray plastic there, but still, does the job. And then, you've got the babies. I can't remember their names, but they're pretty awesome. Even got paint in the eyes. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit here, show this off a bit better. Ah. Yeah. He looks good. I'm a fan. And then we've got the other one. The albino baby. There we go. Yeah, they do a lot of sculpt work when it comes to this line. Great sculpts for these little guys. I'm constantly impressed by the detail that people put into these things. And now, gang, we're going to talk about what a whole lot of people consider the main event, and I am no different. Look at Fiona here. I mean, again, the texture. It's insane. The paintwork. There's a little... I think the separation is a little too clean between the dark and the lighter green here, but it still looks good. I mean, just the work they put into the sculpt on this thing, on all their animals. It's insane. You got this. You got how wide that mouth opens. Don't mess with her. She'll bite you. Teeth look good. The only thing kind of funky is... oops. Inside her mouth there, you can see the articulation. I don't know how they could have done that any better, though. I took a picture of her and kind of photoshopped that to make it look a little cleaner. Still love this thing. Here you definitely have some paint going on in her eye. But just the overall detail is insane. Ooh, look, my finger, it's almost as scaly. Gotta work on that. But now the articulation for Fiona. Let's check this out. She has kind of a rubbery skin, which is cool too because, you know, crocodile. But you've got this, all these points just move to the side like mad. They can move up as well. They can move down. Her head has a little trickier time moving down. Tail has up, down. When you go too far to the side, you can see kind of a break, and I've actually popped her tail off before. It snaps right back on easily enough, so it's no big deal, but just watch out for that. And then we've got the bendy tail. Stops bending right in there, I would say, right about there. But it does have a wire. Very cool stuff. You can get plenty of attitude going with Fiona here. And now we've got her back legs. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Show this a little better. Just does up and down. Has a ball hinge, it looks like. You can twist. Look at that. It's got a little bit. She's even got rocker. Whew. Yep. I'm not sure I'd say she twists. After I said that, I think that might be incorrect. But, yeah. Plenty of articulation for a little crocodile leg. You got this one on a ball as well. I keep going to the head. And then this one, a little bit more rocker as well. Slightly there. Can go a little forward, a little back. Not much. But you got the twist. And I should show that's how wide she'll open. And that's how wide she'll close. Alright. That is Fiona. Egad, I almost missed some articulation on Fiona. Check out her foot here. It's back now. Now, it's forward. Yeah! She's got some serious ankle movement. And now it's size comparison time, and here Croc Master is with the big man in Roadblock, an average man in Destro, and a lady in Lady J. And I think he sizes pretty well. He's got kind of that tough guy look to him, one of those missing leg day type dudes. But hey, it's Croc Master. He's going to do all his fighting probably with his arms in the water, right? Right? Okay, at this point I'm just making things up. Anywho, there's your size comparisons. And because not doing this wouldn't be right, yay double negatives, here's Fiona with Freedom and Timber. And the kids. So overall, what do I think of this set? Well, first off, I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it a whole lot more. I'd like to see more updated designs when it comes to G.I. Joes, but when it comes to Cobra, so many of them have what I consider almost timeless designs that I'm totally cool with sticking with the 80s look when it comes to Croc Master here. I just think it looks good, and it's wacky enough for all kinds of play and fun and craziness with your Cobra army. Fiona is incredible. There's plenty of accessories to keep you just playing. I mean, the play value is here. As always, it would be nice to get more hands, but it looks like Classified's trending towards giving us more hands. The Cobra Commander that's coming with the Hiss tank is going to have 6 different hands. You've got Slaughter who's coming with some hands, the Hiss tank driver and gunner, and I'm sure the Tactician all have additional hands. So hopefully that trend continues with the regular line figures, because that adds so much play value and so much expression when it comes to toy photography that I can't wait to see that become kind of a staple in the line. But hey, even without extra hands, this set, Fiona alone, makes it totally worth it, and the Croc Master is a pretty sweet bonus. And that's it for this one, folks. Comment below and let me know, are you planning on picking this set up? And if not, why not? And hey, if you've got them, what do you think of them? I'm pretty geeked about them, obviously, but hey, that's pretty much what I said in the review. As always, I'll be sure and leave links in the video description to everything you saw in the video today. Those are Amazon affiliate links, so you can click on those, check out whatever you want on Amazon, buy whatever you want, but I will say this, I would wait until tomorrow and Wednesday, because that would be July 12th and July 13th, which are Amazon Prime days. So you should be able to find some deals for anything you want. So check all that stuff out. Come back to any of the YouTube videos that Toypixx has. Click on any of the Amazon affiliate links. Buy whatever you want. That helps out the channel, as does the fact that all of you have watched it all the way through to the end and even just clicked on it to check it out. Folks, I appreciate it. I couldn't be having this much fun without you. So, until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya.